Hi, welcome back. This is our last example for 7.1 simple interest. In this example, we're going to analyze a simple interest scenario. The graph shows the amount of an investment earning simple interest. So these graphs will always be linear for simple interest because you always make the same amount each additional year. Kind of like an arithmetic sequence, if you think about it. All right, so it says, what is the principal? So the principal is the initial amount. Is the amount invested at time 0. Okay, so according to the graph, it's the y-intercept, $800. Okay, that's easy. What is the annual interest rate? So the interest rate, that has to do with how fast this is growing each year. So to do that, we can just find the slope. Okay, so we'll say here it's related to the slope on the graph. So the slope is going to be the change in the amount. So this symbol here that's I use right here is called delta. It's a Greek letter in the Greek alphabet. So it's delta, and it just basically means difference. Difference or change in. Okay, change in is a little bit better. So you think of it, change in amount. So the slope is the change in amount over the change in time. Okay, so delta A over delta T. So to do this, we could just pick 2 points, maybe this one, and that point looks good there. I can read it easily. So the change in amount, you always want to do final minus initial. Okay, so I'm going to write it like this. I'm going to write A2 minus A1 over time 2 minus time 1. So we call this point 2 and this point 1. Okay, I'll put a circle around them. So it's just 0.1 and 0.2. So I want to do 0.2 subtract 0.1 in order to do slope. So we're going to have 1200 minus 800. And that's going to be 0.2, the time is 10 years, minus 0. So we got 400 over 10, which is 40. So that's my slope. So that means for every year, it's going to go up by 40. So that's actually the amount of interest, though, right? Okay, this is the amount of interest that's earned. It's not the interest rate. So we're looking for R, right? We're not looking for capital I. So the interest we know is equal to PRT. So we could easily do that. We could also, take our initial amount that was invested, 800, and divide it by the interest. That would also give us our rate as well. So I'm going to write here 40. 800 was invested initially. So to make only $40 of interest, that means it's been invested just for 1 year. That's the slope. Put 1 in for time. So we have 40 equals 800R. Divide both sides by 800. So 40 divided by 800, 0.05, or 5%. So you could say, therefore, the annual interest rate must be 5%. So that's part B, the last step. or last part, C. Write an equation to relate the amount of the investment to time. So we want A versus T. That's what we're looking for. So the amount is equal to the principal plus interest rate. So the interest rate, we can write it as PRT. So we can say the amount is going to be the initial amount, 800. The rate is 0.05 times T. So we're almost done here. 800 times 0.05 works out to 40. That's what we had calculated. That was the slope, right? So we could have actually just jumped straight to this. It'd be our principal plus our interest. The interest is always the amount you make per year times time. Okay, so that is it for this lesson. Hope you found these helpful. I'll have your homework posted shortly, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.